Coach Josh here, Training for Warriors Portland, and I'm coming at you with a bunch of ideas that really helped me get from a place in my life that I wasn't happy, that I was really miserable, dark, to a place that I'm a lot more happy, and I'm on the path to getting the things that I want, being who I want to be. One of the most important lessons I get taught actually on a daily basis, and this is an idea that I'm borrowing from some mentors of mine. Martin Rooney taught me a long time ago to try softer. Not try harder, but try softer. And you know, in the Buddhist writings that I've read, it's a lot more about letting things happen versus trying to make them happen, which is kind of counterintuitive, because I believe in hard work and hustle and getting after it, and you want to do those things, but you can't create out of thin air $1 million or a 500-pound bench press or any of the things that you really want in your life. There's actions, activities, and habits that bring those outcomes about. And an example that I use all the time, and I use almost on a daily basis, is the deadlift. The deadlift, for those of you who don't lift weights yet, the deadlift it's a leg and it's a whole body exercise really, but it's a exercise where you pick a barbell up off the ground and you use your hamstrings and glutes, these big powerful muscles, your abs, your upper back. You can lift some really heavy weight. So people like this, because it feels good, it feels strong. They're building muscle, they're doing great things, and they get a little overconfident. And they start adding, keep adding weight, and it's good. You want people to progress, but they get in the habit of, 100 pounds or 200 pounds or 300 pounds, it's no big deal, and they forget some of the techniques that made them strong, or they forget to practice those techniques, and they end up trying to muscle it up and force it up. And I often have to slow people down, and even myself when I'm training, and say, that with any exercise, it's not necessarily having the most muscle that makes you strong. It's allowing the technique, it's allowing your posture, it's allowing your body and the mechanics of it to be strong, letting your position be strong versus versus forcing the weight up off the ground. I'm gonna try to get my posture perfect so that I've got the most leverage that I can get to pull this weight off of the ground. And that is what allows me to lift more weight, is relying on the technique and the position to be strong, not making that weight do what I want it to do. So whenever people are doing the deadlift or the back squat, I'll say, hey, why don't you relax a little bit? Why don't you set into your position and try softer? Let the body lift the weight. Stop making it lift the weight. So the same is true in the rest of our lives. When you're building relationships with people, you can't force somebody to trust you. You have to let them trust you. You have to, show up for them. You have to show up in your relationships authentically for a while, and you have to let you have to let your actions speak for themselves, and that takes time. You don't have to make it happen. You just have to follow your plan and let your plan come together. You got to let it happen. So, if any of that resonated with you, try trying softer. It might just get you to the next level. This is Coach Josh from Training for Warriors Portland, helping you bring out the warrior within.